In this video, we will show you step by step how to use the Bear's Head Gasket Sealer product. First, you're going to want to locate your upper and lower radiator hoses. Remove the clamps that are holding the hoses to the radiator and let all the coolant drain out. Then refasten the clamps. Now pour in your flush product and then top off the radiator with water. Some vehicles don't have a radiator cap, so in this case you're going to want to fill the radiator through the upper radiator hose. To do this, simply remove the upper radiator hose and use a funnel if necessary. Now start your vehicle and with your heater on high, run the vehicle until it reaches normal operating temperature. After the engine has reached normal operating temperature, stop the engine and allow it to cool. Once the engine is cool, drain the system again by removing the radiator hoses. Now we need to bypass the heater core. Locate your two heater hoses that are going through the firewall. This will vary from vehicle to vehicle, but generally they are in a similar location. There are two different options to bypass the heater core. The first is to make yourself a heater core bypass hose, and the second is to wrap the heater hoses with a rag and clamp them off with pairs of vice grips. If you need further instruction on either of these methods, please see our tutorial video here on our Bears League YouTube channel. Now let's locate our thermostat and remove it. The location of the thermostat will vary from vehicle to vehicle, but generally the housing is located on the engine block side of the upper radiator hose. Some vehicles have a thermostat with a built-in gasket, and the system will not seal unless the thermostat is installed. Here's an example of one of those thermostats. If you have one like this, you will need to modify it, and that means you will have to buy a new thermostat once this process is finished. Fortunately, they typically cost less than $10 and are available at any auto parts store. Get yourself a good pair of clippers and cut out the center of the thermostat just like this. Make sure the gasket stays intact. Now reinstall your modified thermostat back onto the vehicle. Now we are finally ready to use the head gasket sealer. Pour your head gasket sealer into the radiator. Again, if your radiator is not equipped with a pressure cap, fill from the upper radiator hose. For 4-cylinder engines, 1 bottle of head gasket sealer is sufficient. For anything above a 4-cylinder, you will need 2 bottles of head gasket sealer. After you have poured in your head gasket sealer, top off your radiator with water. Now replace your radiator cap if applicable and start your engine. You will need to run your engine at 1250 RPMs for 1 hour and 20 minutes. In order to achieve 1250 RPMs, you will have to put a weight on your gas pedal and adjust as necessary so that it maintains 1250 RPMs. If your vehicle is struggling to run that length of time without overheating, you may want to mist the front of your radiator with a garden hose just like this during the process. Once the hour and 20-minute run cycle is completed, shut off the engine. Once the engine is cool, remove the upper and lower radiator hoses and let it drain out. Leave the upper and lower radiator hoses disconnected and flush the radiator. Now we are leaving the hoses disconnected in this step so that we are only flushing the radiator. We do not want to flush the engine block at this point. Once you have flushed the radiator, leave the car sit as is for 24 hours. After 24 hours, reinstall your thermostat and your upper and lower radiator hoses. If you made a heater core bypass hose, remove it and reattach the heater hoses to the ports in your firewall. If you used the clamp method to bypass your heater core, remove the clamps. Now fill your car with the proper amount of antifreeze. You are now ready to start your car and drive. This concludes the video tutorial of the step-by-step process on how to use the Bear's True Blue Head Gasket Sealer product. If you have any questions, feel free to call us at 859-428-7342 or visit our website at www.bearsleague.com. Thanks for watching.